Morning, everybody. It's Sunday here. I'm in Philadelphia, and I was doing a little exercise this morning for myself personally, and I figured, you know what, I'll just come on here and share it with you. So during the weekend, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to get, not overwhelmed, but you got so much time, what do you do with it? And if you're like me, you got a lot going on. So I try to do life organization. I whiteboard, and I try to bucketize all the things I've got going on, and that just helps me visualize it all in one spot, and then also just organize it too. So I'm just going to walk you through what I did. So the way I visualize sort of the things that are going to require effort for me, or things I got to work on. So, health, fitness, family, relationships. I'm not including that stuff in this board. This is really just work, task-oriented things. So I've got my career, 9 to 5. I've got my personal life, and then I've got my ventures as well. So within these three buckets are generally the things I'm going to be working on a day-to-day basis. So I'll walk you through what I got. So for me, coming up this next week, I've got my career work. This is my actual job. It's a salary position, and it's internal for the company that I work for. So pretty straightforward, makes sense. That's bucket onto its own. Next, I have my career, but the industry in which I work. So not just the job, but I work in commercial construction. So for me, my external facing role in the industry, which can come in the form of the LinkedIn posts I post, speaking or just attending conferences, and then also podcasts and interviews I participate in. All of these things are work that can go towards advancing and developing my career. And then lastly, and this is really an untapped one, I always like to keep it on here, and someday soon I will be taking more action here, but that's my skill set I've developed as a professional, and actually leveraging that in performing professional services. Obviously outside non-competition markets for my company, but being able to leverage this skill set in ways that creates relationships that feed back into my job, feed back into my external facing within the industry, and maybe branch out to some other industries. So for my career and my work, those are the buckets I'm operating under. For my personal, and this is really just based off of what do I do personally to do, like whether it's I enjoy it or I'm trying to develop it. And that would be, I've got a personal brand, I've got my journaling essentially. That's how I look at this. We'll walk through it. And I just have my personal. So my Instagram and my Facebook. So on my Instagram and my Facebook is where I actually use it, and I feel benefits my life to share things. I see a cool sunset, I'm taking a walk I'm enjoying, I'm visiting my mom, I'm out to eat with my friends. That's important for me to capture it, and I keep it there. All that can be found on Instagram and Facebook. And then where you guys are probably engaging with me today is my personal brand, which is my journey. So when I say journey, I mean whether it's my work, whether it's my social media, or if it is my business ventures, which we'll get into. I just like capturing it and sharing it, so I get a benefit from documenting it, and you also find value, I've found, when I actually have to walk through something and explain it. I begin to know it much better. And I also get to share it with you and get feedback from you. The input that I get from my viewers is fantastic, and it really helps me craft the direction of where I'm going. So, and that's all on TikTok. So between TikTok, my Instagram and my Facebook, and then my YouTube channel, which I don't know if I'd mentioned this, but so I love to write in journals. I've got stacks of them. But I also like to capture mindsets and thoughts and things I've been thinking about on the YouTube, not only to share it and to create that channel, but it's a great way for me to record it and verbalize it. Writing it down, saying it out loud, having it live in a video really helps me at least cement ideas in my mind and actually think through them. So love that. Those are all the personal things I've got going on. And then lastly, I call this ventures. So occasionally when I'm journaling, I'll call it potential. It's really the things that I have an interest in exploring, or that I have a goal in my life I want to do, or it's something I want to try. So what we have currently is I've just LLC to business, and I'm building out a website. So I've got a website and an app that are coming. Very excited about that. And then around that, I also have a social community. So that's my Twitter and Instagram that are based around the business. And I didn't really know if I needed a bucket for this, but I tossed it on there anyway. As I actually launched the website and there's more informational topics around what it is and what it does, I'm going to need to do some networking and some marketing. So that's going to be based off of LinkedIn, and then also combined with the Twitter and Instagram. So really, this is when I look at wake up in the morning, what can I work on today, or go to bed at night, what did I do during this day that worked towards my goals. I feel that this week, this really captures it. This captures what I have going on in my life. And for me personally, it's a huge breath of fresh air to be able to have this on a board and not just up here in my mind. If you want to give it a shot, I don't know, I found it useful for me. I threw life organization up at the top. I love a good title. I bucketed out what I have going on in my life currently. And I just also associated the, you could call this a form or just the bucket that it lives in. So, Instagram, YouTube, podcast, LinkedIn. It just really helps when I pick up my phone and I go somewhere. I know why I'm there, the value I'm adding or it's adding to me, and you can kind of get in and out and maybe not lost down those rabbit holes. So super helpful for me. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.